What really happens when a song that isn't even an official release, just a cover version, suddenly surges, shakes things up, and nearly takes over global charts that have long been dominated by the biggest names in the music industry? Is this merely a fleeting wave of euphoria driven by a fanbase, or could it actually be a quiet signal pointing to a major shift in the global music power map? And even more surprisingly, how is it possible that one name from BTS, namely Jungkook, could create such a massive wave through nothing more than an alternative cover of the song Swim? These are the questions now echoing across various corners of the internet, sparking discussions that grow more intense over time. When the public first heard that Jungkook's alternative cover version of Swim was beginning to climb the iTunes charts, many assumed it was just a typical early movement. However, that assumption gradually fell apart as more and more data emerged, revealing something far bigger, more complex, and perhaps more shocking than anyone had imagined. Data released by Jungkook's official fanbase account at JJK Hypefeed became the main trigger for this wave of attention. Without major warning, without a massive promotional campaign, the song suddenly recorded almost unbelievable positions across some of the world's largest music markets. In the United States, the center of the global music industry, Jungkook's version of Swim shot up to number 2. The same position appeared in Brazil, France, Germany, Canada, and Mexico, a pattern that was not only consistent but also puzzling for some observers trying to understand this phenomenon rationally. What about the United Kingdom, one of the most competitive music markets in the world? The song stopped at number 5, still within an elite tier typically reserved for major names with strong fan bases and well-planned distribution strategies. Italy recorded a number 11 position, while Japan, a market known for its unique and often domestic-focused music preferences, placed the song at number 61. Although that last number may seem lower compared to other countries, the presence of an alternative cover on Japan's charts is still far from insignificant. This phenomenon has given rise to a narrative that is difficult to ignore. Is this clear evidence that Jungkook has moved beyond the boundaries of being just a group member and truly stands as an independent global force? Or is this instead a manifestation of ARMY's collective power, once again demonstrating just how influential they are in moving the music industry? What makes this situation even more intriguing is not just the numbers themselves, but the context behind them. Swim is not a major official release heavily promoted by a label, but rather an alternative cover version. In conventional music industry logic, a cover, especially an alternative one, usually does not have enough momentum to break into global charts, let alone reach the top 2 positions in multiple countries. This is where many begin to ask deeper questions. Are we witnessing a paradigm shift in how music is consumed and appreciated? In a digital era dominated by streaming and direct interaction between artists and fans, the line between official releases and alternative content seems to be blurring. What was once considered secondary can now become the center of attention, as long as it carries emotional resonance, closeness, and authenticity that directly connects with audiences. The visuals accompanying this release also play a significant role. The alternative cover art for Swim features a close-up of Jungkook's face with a simple yet elegant approach. The black high-collared jacket he wears gives off a minimalist impression, while his slightly tousled black hair adds a natural feel that is rarely seen in highly structured K-pop visual productions. His gaze, directed to the side rather than straight at the camera, creates a sense of mystery, as if there is a story not yet fully revealed. In the top left corner, the text, "I just wanna dive," serves as an emotional bridge between the song and the visual. The phrase is not just a lyric, but a statement open to wide interpretation by listeners. Meanwhile, the title Swim, written in cursive on the right side, adds a soft yet modern artistic touch. Together, these elements create a strong visual identity that enhances the song's overall appeal. He doesn't stop there. A short video released alongside the announcement adds another dimension to the audience experience. In the video, Jungkook is seen performing on stage with intense yet controlled energy. The dominant blue lighting creates a dramatic atmosphere, while the dynamic dance movements show that he relies not only on his vocals, but also on performance as a complete package. The presence of other BTS members in the clip further enriches the narrative, adding a collective touch while still keeping the focus on Jungkook. It serves as a subtle reminder that even as he shines as a solo artist, the roots of his musical journey remain connected to BTS as a larger entity. The information credited to @Siktir7 via JJK Hype feed adds another interesting layer to this phenomenon. In an era where information spreads rapidly through social media, the role of fanbases in documenting and amplifying an artist's achievements has become increasingly significant. They are no longer just consumers, but also curators of information who actively shape the narrative surrounding the artists they support. The reaction from ARMY has been equally explosive. Social media is filled with expressions ranging from pride and shock to speculation about what might happen next. Many admit they never expected a cover to reach this level, while others see it as something that was bound to happen. Considering Jungkook's consistent track record of delivering high-quality performances, however, behind all the euphoria, critical voices have also emerged, attempting to view this phenomenon from a more objective perspective. Some observers question how much of this achievement is driven by the music's intrinsic quality, and how much is powered by the fanbase. This is not a new question in the K-pop industry, but it remains relevant whenever such massive surges occur. Regardless of the debate, one thing is undeniable: Jungkook has created a moment that cannot be ignored. In a highly competitive music world, where hundreds of songs are released every day, the ability to capture global attention, even for a brief moment, is an extraordinary achievement. And in this case, that brief moment seems to be evolving into something bigger, more sustained, and more impactful. If this trend continues, it is not impossible that the alternative cover version of Swim will keep climbing, perhaps even reaching the top position in some countries. This possibility opens up many interesting scenarios, including how the industry will respond to a phenomenon where non-conventional content can compete with, even surpass, major official releases. In the end, the questions raised at the beginning may not yet have definitive answers. Is this merely a temporary phenomenon, or the beginning of a major shift in the global music landscape? But one thing is clear: Jungkook has once again proven that boundaries in music are not fixed. And if a cover alone can shake the world, then the next question becomes far more compelling: what will happen next? Some analysts have begun to observe a shift in global audience behavior. Listeners are no longer fully dependent on label promotions or conventional marketing strategies. Instead, they are drawn to something that feels real, something less polished, yet more intimate, creating a sense of closeness with the artist. In this context, the alternative cover version of Swim seems to represent a more personal, more honest side that is rarely exposed in major releases. However, on the other hand, skepticism has also started to emerge. Some question whether this dominance is truly organic, or rather the result of large-scale fan mobilization. This discussion has evolved into a fairly heated debate, especially as the name BTS is once again brought up as a benchmark within the industry. Is this about the individual, or does it still come down to the collective power that has been built over the years? What makes the situation even more intriguing is how public response continues to evolve over time. At first, many were simply surprised, but now a deeper sense of curiosity has emerged, as if everyone is waiting for the next move. Will Swim truly reach the top position? Or will this phenomenon stop at a point that is already considered extraordinary? Amid all these questions, one thing remains unchanged: the spotlight on Jungkook is only growing stronger. And perhaps, without even realizing it, the world is witnessing a transition from merely a global idol to a figure who is truly reshaping the way music is valued and consumed.